first Protestant and the first Catholic church in the Northwest. At the time, the island was the center of all fur trading and logging activities around Lake Superior. The first Protestant missionaries were Reverend William Bootnell, and Reverend Mr. Hall, and Reverend L.H. Wheeler. Reverend Bootell. Reverend Hall built the mission house in 1832, which you can see as part of today as our island post office. First mission church was built in 1839. Among the early ministers who used this parsonage building were Reverend Harry Bruckner, Reverend Carl Meyer, Reverend Irwin H. Bodie, Reverend Martin Hack, Reverend Louis F. Sudmeyer. This was the first pastor's family to move to the current parsonage next to the church downtown. So yeah, this was the original missionary house.
You call a Fresnel lens. Oh, it's on. This is a Fresnel lens. It was created in the invented in the mid 1700s. The guy who invented it actually never really got to see the lens in operation. This particular lens was on Raspberry Island in 1863. You can see here some of the from the lighthouses. It was on the very top of the lighthouse. Each lens was specially cut out. The lenses were cut out to fit this. It took quite a process to make those lenses. And if they were to be replaced, they were irreplaceable. You could not just get one of those lenses easily replaced. Back in 1863, there was no power, no light bulb, and that kind of stuff that this has in it. So what they did is they took this kind of canister that sat in the center of it. It either was red or it was white. And in this canister then is what they had mounted in here underneath was either whale oil or it was kerosene. And that's what kept this canister lit. Okay? And then what they did is this operated on the same concept of a cuckoo clock. With a cuckoo clock, you wind up, there's two weights underneath there, and as the weight starts shifting like that, it ends up rotating the light fixture itself. And that's how it operated. So it would change every 6 hours. And you have to go back out, wind it up, and get it restarted. This here, there was flashes that were set up. The fellows on the boats that came into this area would look in their logbook and they could determine that each one of the 6 lighthouses were set up on what you call Morse code. And according to that code, you had to know how to understand to read it. And then that determined on what island you were located on and where you were. And that's how it operated, this particular light. There is one bigger at the, I believe it's at the Ashland Visitor Center, that was also utilized. On this lighthouse on Raspberry Island, it also started a fire at one point. So when you get a really hot day, it was easily could reflect heat and start a fire very easily. And from what I was told, it did start a fire over there.